fondling him.
Okay.
So that was putting him off me.
Yeah. My question is he still in the picture for you then?
No.
Do you see where I'm coming from?
No.
100%.
I'm the only one who's annoyed by the little cliques that are forming in the villa. I think it's not appropriate. I think the producers need to do something about it and stop trying to encourage beef where there shouldn't be any, especially the way they're playing up this Sarah and Olivia thing. It doesn't make sense, and you can see the girls sort of dividing into sides, and whoever Olivia speaks to is sort of now Team Olivia in the sense that she's managed to go around to everybody to make sure everybody's on her side when she's completely wrong for everything that's taking place. But anyway, I started with a rant. Hey there, thanks for stopping by. It's Valerie again. Welcome to my channel. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Love Island, season 9, episode 8. So the Islanders, it's the first evening for the bombshells from Australia, Jesse and Aaron. So they are, getting to know everybody and having conversations. And I think Ron Ron has realized that his only way of sort of staying in the game is making sure that Lana stays on his side. And this is why I think he took her aside and sort of had a conversation and apologized for the way he was carrying on with Tanil. Because the night before Tanil, they were flirting, they were joking and laughing and stuff. And I think once the bombshells came in, he was worried that Aaron would take Lana. And I think this is why he decided to take Lana aside and have a conversation with her. Um, I don't think Lana and Ron make a good couple, but hey, it is what it is. On his part, Kai pulls Tanil aside and says, he's happy that they're getting more comfortable around one another. And I'm thinking, Kai has looked at his situation. I know everyone is saying Zara is playing the game, but everybody, the majority of them are playing the game, or everybody's playing the game. Because Ron has gone back to Lana because he knows that that's the only way he can last longer. And Kai, I think, has realized that him and though he really likes anime, the problem is he won't go far. I think because they don't have that drama and whatever, everything is smooth sailing. I think this is why he's decided to go to Tanil. That way, if he stays with Tanil, there'll be so much drama, like Davide and Ekensu from last season, and hopefully this should last until the finale. That is the impression that I'm getting. And then everyone goes to the fire pit and they decide to play this Never Have I Ever. And for me, off the jump, I knew it was going to be a lot of drama and a lot of toxicity. Um, it was interesting. Everybody's talking about where they've had sex, who they've dated, how old their oldest partner was, and then the fact that Will, I don't know whether it's because he grew up on the farm and he didn't mix with a lot of people or whatever. He's very socially awkward at times, and some of his jokes, yeah, they do land, but some of the things he says don't make sense because someone said, "Never have I ever slept with someone I work with," and Will said, "Well, that would be my dad," and it's like. Okay, it is what it is. Anyway, so I think Tom was asked to say, "Never have I ever wished to be in a different couple," because he didn't drink, but I think he was asked to do it because Ron wanted to say something. So I think Ron got him to speak because Ron immediately took a sip and said, I am in a couple to Neil, but I miss my coupling with Lana. I was happier with Lana and blah blah. And so to me, it makes it seem like either Ron asked him to say that or the producers pushed him to say that. And I didn't get the drama. They did talk about cheating, and everybody talked about the circumstances as to why they cheated. And then immediately after the game, Lana and Ron went aside. I think Ron wants to find out about the celebrity that Lana had dated, and Lana said that he's an actor. He was on I'm a Celebrity and stuff, and I don't even know him. I haven't watched I'm a Celebrity, so I wouldn't know who they were talking about. They seem happy, but I think Lana could do better. I think Lana could do better. And then I think because Olivia has managed to speak to all the girls, because in the previous episode she spoke to Tanya and was telling Tanya about how Zara was being mean to her and whatever. And I think what she's doing is every time there's a new girl, she's running to them and sort of speaking to them before they can speak to Zara. So because she spoke to Jesse and was saying, I was in a coupling with Tom and Zara came in and she chose Tom and now they're in a couple and I think he agreed to they seem very close, but I think it's more to do with the fact that Zara moves very fast, whereas I move very slow. And it's like, no, I think they have a better connection. It's not because Zara moves any faster than you do, my dear. You need to take ownership of your own faults. And then Tom was in the kitchen, so he made them both a cup of tea. And then I like the fact that Jesse said, "Oh my God, after we're finishing, he's offering us a cup of tea." That makes me feel bad. And then I think Tom went back to sit with Zara because Tom is always next to Zara. And Olivia went across and picked him because I think she was asked. Jesse also sort of highlighted that if you're interested in Tom, then there's no point. Try and explore that to make sure that you definitely have a connection. Yeah, because I don't get it. Olivia saying she's happy with Harris, but she also wants to see where it's going with Tom. And it's like, you're the one who's after the drama. Zara is only after Tom. She's not after anyone else. If Zara was doing the same and sort of trying to talk to all the other guys and then come back to Tom, then you'd say she's playing the game. You're the one who's playing the game because you want assurance whereby you always have someone on standby in case the other relationship doesn't work. So she had a conversation. So Olivia and Tom had a conversation. And Tom did confirm that yes, he is close to Zara. He does have a great connection with her. And Olivia was asking, so do you still want to get to know me? And she said, yeah, I told Zara that, and I have told you that I'm open to getting to know both of you. And he was like, well, why did you kiss her if you're open? And it's like, maybe because he's trying to see if they do have actually a physical connection as well as an emotional connection. Well, I feel disrespected. How do you feel disrespected by someone you're not in a coupling with, by someone you refuse to cuddle with, you refuse to kiss, you refuse to do anything with? And now they found someone who's willing to do that. Now you're in your feelings. I think Olivia was just looking for a way to frustrate or to one up on Zara because Zara mentioned during the or had never ever game that she had kissed Usain Bolt, and I think maybe she thought, well, I'm going to do better. I'm going to take the guy here in a coupling with, and it doesn't make sense. So Tom, you could tell, was very uncomfortable, and and as soon as they finished that conversation, Olivia went across to where Zara was sitting. I think she did that on purpose because if all she wanted to do was discuss with Tom and find out, after that she should have gone to Harris and said, yes, we're in a coupling. I'm happy with you, but I just want you to know that I'm going to continue to speak to Tom, to see if there's anything there, just in case I don't want any regrets. So when she got to Zara, Zara asked her what was going on, and she said, "Well, I want to keep it private." And it's like, you're being recorded. There's cameras everywhere. Though everyone who watches Love Island is going to see it. How then are you saying you want to keep it private? Is it because you want to keep it private from Zara, or is it because you are just trying to find something to sort of upset her with? And so Zara explained that, I'm in a coupling with him. If there's anything going on, I would like to know. Are you still interested in him? Well, that's private. That's up to me and him. And it's like, I don't get it because she, I think, is trying her best to upset Zara as much as she can. I think she's looking for a fall guy. I think she's hoping that if there is an elimination, Zara is the one who goes home. And I think if Zara goes home, she'll be the happier. And I hope Zara doesn't go home. I hope people voted for her and saved her because she then starts going off and being stroppy and saying whatever. Olivia starts being stroppy, and then as soon as she realizes that Zara is not going to back down, that's when she storms off crying. And the fact that Ron, this is none of his business. He should have stayed out of it. He started to sort of say to Zara, you need to be more understanding. And Lana is saying, well, you're stepping on her toes, and it's like nobody's toes are being stepped in. Anime came in day one, picked Kai, and Olivia came after her and picked Kai from her, knowing that they were already in a coupling. And then after that, Tanil picked Kai from Olivia, and then Olivia was left with Will. After that, she then managed to turn Tom's head and was in a coupling with Tom. So she's not upset with Tanil, who stole Kai from her, but she's more upset with Zara for taking Tom from her. And it's like, why? What is the difference there? Make it make sense. Is it because you're upset that your partner was taken, or is it just you're trying to look for a way of getting rid of someone who you see as competition? That's the impression that I got. She then storms off, goes up to the makeup room, pretends to be crying, covering her face, and before Anime and Lana walk in, she's putting on her makeup, and then as soon as they come in and give her a hug, she starts crying, and it's like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Don't use your tears as a weapon against somebody else because you're using your tears to make it seem like you're being bullied when you're the one who instigated everything. And now that it's blown up in your face, you're trying to play victim. And I didn't like the fact that Lana was like, well, it's your territory. She's stepping on your toes and she doesn't need to know anything. And it's like, you told Tanil and Ron that whatever went on between them, you wanted to know every single thing. And yet, because Zara is doing exactly the same thing, it's now a problem. Make it make sense. Why the hypocrisy? Why is it okay for you, Lana, to want to know every single thing that's going on with Ron and Tennille, but it's not okay for Zara to know what's going on between Tom and Olivia? Why? I didn't like that. I didn't like that. And I didn't like the way that everyone was coddling her and sort of trying to make her comfortable. You could see, because Zara then stood up and went inside with Tom. And I think Zara has, people need to give her credit. They need to put respect on her name in the sense that she apologized countless times after the case of Who's Two Faced. She apologized after picking Tom during the recoupling. What more can she do? Tennille hasn't only apologized once and Lana was okay with it. Everybody, there's been no beef with everybody else except with Zara. What has Zara done that surpasses Kai being taken from Tennille by Anime or Tennille taking Ron from Lana? What has happened that makes it so bad that Zara has done this thing that is unforgivable? I didn't like that. I thought it was bullying. I thought it was bullying. Everyone else can say whatever they want to say. I thought it was bullying. And the interesting thing is, when they went to bed, Olivia went to bed with Harris and was cuddling him in bed. And it's like, so you're complaining to Tom that why is he cuddling and kissing Zara, but it's okay for you to go to bed with Harris and be cuddling and doing whatever. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And I like the fact that, I think Tom is smitten with Zara. I think of the girls that he's spoken to and the girls that he's coupled with before. I think he actually prefers Zara because he says he has a very strong connection with Zara. He's happy with Zara. The only issue is he doesn't like the love triangle. That's the issue he's having, and he hopes that is able to be resolved. I think the producers then spoke to the girls and got the girls to sit down and sort of have a conversation to sort of discuss whatever the love triangle is. And it seems for now they've forgiven each other. I don't know how long that will last. We'll see. And then Jesse and Aaron got the opportunity to go on dates. Aaron chose to go on a date with Lana and Olivia, and I don't know why. Olivia is very dry. She's very dry. I don't know what it is about her that they find interesting. I don't know. I agree with Lana. I think he should have taken Lana and Anime. I think that would have been better for him. Olivia is too dry for my liking. It's not because of her beef with Sarah, but she's just too dry. And then Jesse chose Will and Tom, and everyone was excited when she chose Will. I think because they really want Will to find someone. With Tom, I really think Tom, he didn't seem as interested in it as I thought he would, and I think um, to avoid any sort of any waves, and I think Jessie chose Tom because she knew that if she chose Ron or anyone else, there would be an issue with the other girl. So I think she went for the person who was this likely to be trouble for her. And it was nice on their dates. Will seems to enjoy himself. I think when it recoupling comes, she's going to pick Will because she really seems to enjoy herself. I would be surprised if she chose Tom. I think the producers want Will to stay a lot longer. So I have a feeling this is why they brought a girl that grew up on a farm and a girl that's sort of more likely to have a lot of things in common with Tom. I don't know about Aaron. I would like him to pick Lana. I would like him to pick Lana. That way, if he does pick Lana, then at least that will have Ron on his toes. Because Ron, I think, is playing a game, a serious game, a game of numbers. But anyway, it is what it is. Thanks everyone for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye, everyone.